What is the draw to a fighting game? For me as a child, it was the characters. Be it Smash Bros. Melee with its Nintendo roster, or even Soul Calibur with, you know, the one that had Link in it. As I grew older though, there was something piquing my interest about the more traditional fighters, for lack of a better term. Health bars at the top, 2 characters on screen, and movement options you have to fully commit to once input. This was a brand new wheelhouse for me, but in my teenage years, in a bout of excited optimism, I picked up Ultimate Street Fighter 4 for the PS3. And sucked at it. If there are combos like this in this game, why was I finding difficulty throwing more than a single punch into a combo? Hence, my draw into fighting games. All I could think about every time I booted up my game was, I want to do the cool shit. I want to do what I can to learn everything I can about this game in order to do the cool shit. And that was my goal. Shortly after, I was introduced to the person who, in my mind, is most well known for wanting to do the cool shit, Maximilian Dude. And ever since, I've been hooked. Labbing and owning way more fighting games than I'll ever commit to playing online, and having too small a pool of friends interested in playing, it became a self-contained obsession. If left unchecked, I could spend an entire day in the lab of any fighting game I deem cool enough without leaving my room for more than a bathroom break or a quick bite to eat. Not saying I'm proud of it, in fact, I might go as far as to say I have a problem. But the way things fell into place for me isn't very likely to happen to everyone. Some people don't like the inherent competitive nature of the genre, some people don't like precise inputs, some people feel like no matter what, they're always too late to start learning. Whether this or that, many people will simply never vibe with any fighting game no matter how they try to get themselves into it, and it all comes down to what draws us in the first place. The reason I talk about all of this is because I think a video game in general is only as good as what you get out of it as an experience. Fighting games remain as a niche because they have so many pieces to their gameplay that a new player couldn't help but stand out from a group of experienced ones. Meanwhile, a platformer, for example, could reach a much larger audience with its running and jumping mechanics. Sure, there are others like speedrunners that'll create competition in a game where there is none by mastering all minute details of a game's mechanics, but for the average working man, it's a relaxing romp in a fantastical world. Fighting games don't have this jump in and play style. There are definitely fighting games that have tried to make the game more appealing to a casual audience, such as Dragon Ball FighterZ with its auto combo system, but it never gets people outside of the FGC to stick with the game for long. I think the reason fighting games will always remain as niche as it is because they're often viewed as harder to play than necessary. It just so happens that that's what drew me into the vortex. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I had a small burst of inspiration today while watching a bit of Sugar Punch, shouts out to you, and I had to say my piece on this topic. I like to see amazing things happen in fighting games and figure out how I can do them for myself, once, and only ever in a training room. But that's my fighting game draw. What's yours? Feel free to leave it down in the comments below and subscribe if you like this style of content. If you're into fighting games as much as I am, feel free to also check out my Twitter page at Myloe for a bunch of clips that I put up as I discover new and interesting fighting games or things within fighting games. I also post updates there, of course, so keep yourself in the loop. As for now, my name's Myloe, and I'm out.